early.
What it do, folks? What it do? Gather in, gather in. Yeah, it's another episode of early. It's another episode of early, man. What is today? Today is January 21st. Oh shit, Alex's birthday is tomorrow. Shout out Alexi. Yeah. Her birthday's tomorrow. Either what's it, the 21st or the 22nd?
Shout out Alex.
I think it's the 22nd. But yeah, shout out Alex, man. If you haven't seen her on what you want to call it, on Time to Cuff, all that type of stuff, go check that out. But yeah, happy birthday to her. And yeah, we got a 2-week hiatus we've been on, or maybe 1 week hiatus.
No, just the 1 week.
Yeah, just the 1 week. It's been 2 weeks since we've been here, so it's good to be
How
back.
was DR?
DR was amazing. Amazing time with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? I was there for like 3 days. It was like a little Friday to Monday vibe.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Came back and it was definitely a snowstorm going on. Like it was crazy to, you know what I'm saying, go from one extreme of weather to another extreme of weather. You know what I'm saying?
Climate change just be trippy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be here for another episode of Early, man.
Ozark Day.
Ozark Day. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Oh my god.
Motherfuckers are excited because Ozark is dropping back.
You know, a lot of our shows were on hiatus for 2 years as well.
Oh yeah.
It's been 2 years since they were.
It's so crazy that we're in a time.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that we're in a time where that's kind of just okay. I mean, shout out to Atlanta is coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like after 3 years or 4 years.
Atlanta kind of got even helped by the situation too, because people were like,
might have to bring your joint up.
People were clamoring. People were clamoring for the actual series, and then boom, COVID. So I was like, oh, well, we can't expect nothing now. So then they're like, bet, like we can plan.
Oh, facts. I'm forgetting COVID is why a lot of series.
At least with that show. Now they were going on their own accord.
Yeah,
they were. But then when that came about, it kind of like set the standard across the board. So even though like
it's like okay to do that,
right,
which
like,
I don't know if I agree with that.
The thing is, I wouldn't even say it's okay. I would just say literally the studios are like, dog, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. And then we literally saw the transition where it was like, okay, so this is probably how they're doing the sets, how it's spaced up. But literally when it first started, they're just like, no, bro, like everybody has COVID. Like, nobody can come to work.
Or everybody has to.
Or you know how they said,
stay away.
One person got COVID, shut it down. Shut the whole place down for 2 months at least.
Yeah.
Like,
100%. 100%.
I'm sure heads of studios are like, what the fuck, dog? Like I gotta scrape this whole shit. Like this is L's. Like my balance, this has just turned red. Everything is red.
As far as like if there's things that you've already paid for that like are time dependent, you know what I'm saying? If you already prepaid for studio, like space, like renting.
Drop in theaters 2 months into this shit, just starting like dog. It's bomb.
All those movies that were supposed to premiere in theater. Well, I think when theaters started to shut down, a lot of release dates got pushed back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of movies just like got put on ice. The ones that were already done.
A lot of niggas are like, "Yo, HBO Max."
Yo, that part, yeah, that happened too.
New thing going on over there.
But definitely no. Like some places were definitely hesitant to release on the streaming platforms at first. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until like a couple of movies, a couple of big releases did release on the streaming platforms that you know, more ones started to do it. And then now they do kind of the double thing where like it'll release on streaming platforms and it'll release in theaters, or it'll release in streaming platforms for like 2 weeks and then it'll like be in theaters or something like that. But
it was interesting to see.
So Ozark's coming back. Atlanta's coming back. I think in February or March. February. I already saw the trailer for Snowfall. Did you ever?
Back?
Billions.
You Billions? No, you're not. Damn.
I haven't been watching it, but no, Brooke, you literally asked me this at least once a month, once every 2 months. No, it's like I'm going to get there, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to get there. It's just, and honestly, we were just talking about how like it'd be exciting when your show come out and then you just have the weekend to just binge it. That might be one of those things that I do this weekend, because like I don't necessarily like I would have to catch all the way up on Ozark to do Ozark, but like Billions, I've been meaning to watch, and I've actually seen already probably the first 2 or 3 episodes. But
of the most recent
of Billions, no, of the series itself, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So definitely got to get on that. But I'm super excited for Snowfall. Saw that trailer for what is it, season 5 that's about to be dropping. So that joint looks crazy. That's coming out February.
I can't wait for that.
And
I was
honestly,
late to Snowfall. I was late to Snowfall.
We talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it was so crazy because I always told everybody, I'm like, I have nothing against it. I
Yeah.
just have this thing.
Got other things going on.
Starting the series that people recommend me. I'm like, yo, just chill out.
Yeah.
Can you just
Yeah.
chill?
I'll get to it when I get to it. I hate when people overhype shit, and then it's like I don't want to watch it just because like everybody's watching this.
So, and it's like exactly like it's about that hype factor. It's not necessarily one person hyping it to me, but I'm like, yo, the whole world. And to be honest, I don't go by y'all.
It gets to a point
y'all like whack. Like I be on an overall basis, not all the time, but generally when the masses be liking something, I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I just be
it's too mainstream. So yeah, it's like y'all are so impressionable or so impressed, so easily impressed. You know what I'm saying? But I have to say, because I started Snowfall from season 1, I saw the development of how like the regular world started to like catch on to it. You know what I'm saying? Or the mainstream world started to catch on to it. Because like first season, it was low, bro. Like nobody was talking about it. Second season, it was still low. Like it wasn't until like third season where I started realizing, oh, like I gotta watch this shit when it drops, because if I get on Twitter, I'm gonna see spoilers. You know what I'm saying? Like so like that started happening around third season. Because also what I do is like when shows are in season, I like to at least wait like 4 or 5 weeks so I can watch like 4 or 5 in a row, and then wait like 3 more weeks so I can, you know what I'm saying? I just like to watch a handful in a row, similar to like binging. You know what I'm saying? I just like to be able to do that. But it got to a point where, you know what I'm saying, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, like Facebook and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the places where like everybody's like the hip. No, let me not say that, because every social media is popping for the crowd that it's popping for. I know, but you know what I'm saying? It was Facebook and Twitter. Places where I wasn't expecting to go to and see spoilers, and I'm seeing spoilers, like things that will ruin my day. Like, fuck, I'm mad I saw this. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, like, isn't it funny how social media just kind of like induced this spoiler culture? I don't think we were so fearful.
That was not okay, bro. It was not okay to give spoilers out, bro.
Think about it, like, dog. Because that would be real personal. Like, that means you would have to physically tell me after I told you, don't tell me.
Yeah.
So like then it's like, dog, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah, you got a fucking problem.
But like social media is like, dog, I can't.
I'm just coming here and say it.
I can't scroll. Like
I'm just coming here and say it.
It's literally like everybody's telling you, stay the fuck off the timeline.
Yeah, you do have to, because you'll literally be scrolling. You'll read like a couple of lines. Boom, it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I didn't even know what I was about to read. 100%. I've already read it, and now I know like what happened to this character.
Got niggas making use of like tools you never use. Like, y'all got me in the filter tab. Like,
yeah,
this word, I don't want to see it. Please,
facts.
Thank you. Like,
making tools and features.
Yo, tools and features. Hey, since we're talking about tools and features, did you check your Twitter? Did you check your Twitter on your mobile
with the NFT thing?
Yeah, did you
I actually saw that on Instagram. I saw a post about that, and I was actually going to bring that up for later in the show.
Click your profile pic, and you'll be like, oh, really?
We got some NFT talk. We got some NFT talk coming later in the show. That would be a good time for that, because I was definitely going to bring that up. Like later on, how Twitter, I guess they're verifying people's
you have the ability
profile.
To make it your avatar. Choose avatar. Choose an NFT.
Yeah, fucking lit. Yeah. But honestly, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
First, we got to get into what's going on in the sports world. There's I mean, it's not that it's low for NBA, but we're coming up on All-Star weekend, so the All-Star voting process and stuff has started. But there's a big NFL slate this weekend, bro. Like, some great games happening this weekend. But before we get to that, yeah, I will. But I want to get your take on, you know what I'm saying? You're a Lakers fan. What do you think is going on in LA right now? As far as I saw, a big topic of conversation was Russell Westbrook. I guess he got benched at the end of a game of an important. I guess all these games are important. Got benched at the end of a game this past week.
Right.
LeBron, I feel like every conference or every press conference, LeBron just looks like more and more frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like something's going on in LA.
Probably a little. I mean, yeah, I don't be. LeBron be crybaby at times. You know, he just be.
That's just him.
But that's him. That's him. Yeah. I'm not too worried about that. It's just
when you know you're the guy that everybody hangs off of every word, you're gonna be a little dramatic. I'm
37.
Sometimes.
I have the most 30-point games in the league. Like, you know, y'all niggas are blowing me. Y'all niggas make me sick. Y'all make me sick. I'm the oldest nigga in the league, here, and I'm balling harder than all y'all niggas on my team combined.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I have nothing. There's nothing on LeBron. The only thing I'll put on the LeBron is the influence he actually had and actually putting this team together.
That's
that
the thing.
Is his fault.
It's like, bro, like, why are we all here?
But just to a degree, because at the end of the day, even though you are who you are still a player. So we going to the GM. We are going to the GM and ownership. We're like, yo, y'all missed cup track. Y'all fucked this up. This was a horrible assembling of talent. This doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. You put a team full of names. That to their name, like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? Wow, that looks good together. But when you actually see it, bro, can I spread the ball?
Well, the thing is, how would you have known that that's the case if you wouldn't?
No, bro. Like,
until like mid-season.
You would have. That's why. Again, that's why I'm like. That's why I'm saying the brand. Like, they fell for it. Like, they fell for the brands of these guys because literally last year it was so funny as hell. They was actually showing highlights of some of the games that they were playing against the Rockets when Westbrook was on the Rockets, and they're like, "Why the fuck would the Lakers bring
go
this
and
nigga?
Get this guy?"
Bro, they literally left him by himself on an island to shoot the three, and they're like, "Why'd they bring this nigga?" This is how they just guarded him, and I was like, "No, bro." I don't know. And then
maybe they didn't bring him in to shoot threes,
like, bro. But this is the thing.
They brought him in to do the things that he does well.
Of course, they didn't bring him in to shoot threes, but the things that he does well clogs it up for everybody else. AD is not really a stretch. He's not a stretch player, and we got him playing the 5. He's too fucking weak for that. He's really naturally supposed to be a 4.
Yeah.
And then when you're talking about like spacing, dog, the fact that Russell can't fucking shoot the ball, so he's going to drive every fucking time, but he's not about to kick it out because there's no fucking shooters. So you know exactly what these niggas are going to do. And it's like, yo, LeBron already the playmaker. It's like, you thought it would be nice to have a playmaker on the floor, but it's like, nigga, you turned the fucking ball over. Nobody touched you.
Yeah.
You turned the ball over. Like, no, it's weird, bro. And I feel kind of crazy even talking about Westbrook like this because, you know, this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite players. I would definitely go to bat for him. But especially when Durant had left the Warriors. But now when I'm really just looking at it, I'm like, yo, bro, like, nah, that was with good reason, bro.
Yeah.
That was with good reason. I hate to say, bro. That was with good. Hey, listen, what up, Glad? He said, "Hey, Malik."
What'd he say?
Malik Monk a shooter. Fuck out.
I was about to say no. Yeah, I was about to say Malik Monk. They got Taylor Hill, T.A. Taylor and Horton Tucker. They got. I mean, LeBron's nice from 3.
LeBron is looking. He's like, bro, I'm supposed to.
Avery Bradley. But I'm saying like they got.
Respect.
Niggas that can shoot.
Like,
I'm saying like I'm saying that niggas that can shoot. It don't need to be Russ that can shoot. Like, and it's not even like you literally don't even have to look to him for that. You know what I'm saying? So I can see what you're saying about his all around game, but I'm like, you know, if he can't shoot, I'm not. That's not a problem for me.
Nah, but that's the thing though, bro. This is you have no shooters. So when you say he's not a problem, it's like, well, what are you bringing him that you're actually in dire? No, you need.
Well, no, you're saying you don't have shooters, and we just named some shooters that they have. I'm not saying that these guys are elite shooters, but these are the shooters that they have.
Bro, you told me fucking Malik Monk, who this is his first year off of fucking coming back off of fucking his little drug problem and shit first year coming back, and bro, he's averaging what, like, bro, like third, like, bro, what I'm talking about, I'm talking like real, like, where's the real secondary? Like, Anthony Davis is injured and shit like that. Can't rely on it. So so now the next of kin is fucking Russell, and I'm looking at Russell like, yo, bro, I'm literally seeing you self-combust right now. I've never seen you playing like you're 19. Like, I'm just like, bro, you got 10 plus years in the league. Why are you having this nigga has more turnovers than shots made this season, bro?
No way.
Go search it. Go search it.
More turnovers
than
what
shots
do we made?
Hey, bro, every time you're on the court, you're hurting the team. Don't matter what the stats is. Go to the like.
No, they actually showed the stats of like what he's on when he's on the floor versus when he's off the floor, and the Lakers just do better when he's off the floor.
Yeah. And so like when Vogel doing that shit, it's like, yo, those are hard decisions and shit because you're dealing with people's egos and shit. But it's like, yo, bro, like,
what do you want us to do? We're trying to win here.
I tried 40 games. I tried
40 games in. Something has to happen. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out as we get, you know what I'm saying, deeper into the season.
For
but
sure. Shout out everybody tuning in, man.
Let's shout out to our you know what I'm saying, our viewers.
Dyer, hey, everybody check out Dyer, man. That's an OpenSea legend right there.
Oh, really? We got an OpenSea legend in the house.
Y'all want to know how to scope these NFT projects? Real DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his at?
Dyer, right there now. Yeah,
Dyer?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't got myself.
In the commercial, maybe you set it up.
Yeah,
shout out E. You know what I'm saying? Shout out E. Shout out Glad. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, let's get into this NFL talk. You guys stick around because we're definitely getting to some NFT talk in a little bit.
For sure.
But I'm excited about some of these playoff games we got this weekend, bro. Let's start with Bengals and Titans.
Titans. That's a great game.
That is.
It's a great game.
It's
a great game. I got Titans.
You got Titans?
You know, like the Bengals, they're on the up and up.
And the Bengals are looking fucking good,
like,
bro.
They got the juice and shit like that. And again, I already feel like
this is around one of those times where that kind of runs out if it's gonna run.
And it's already a good season. It's a good season. Y'all lose this season, it's already like
because I think they already won. They won a playoff game for the first time in like 30 years or something stupid.
And like how I'm feeling, but the Titans, you know what I'm saying? You getting Derrick Henry back.
Yeah.
And the thing about the Titans, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The way these niggas actually maintained the first seed when Derrick went down, that said a lot, bro. Like they're not capped. They're not like everybody was saying this team rides on like that's all they said. As soon as he went down, they kept the first seed.
Yeah.
And now that he's back, I'm like, yo, they was in the AFC Championship last year, bro. Like they're really hungry, bro. So I'm like, you know, and they had a chance to beat the Chiefs. That shit they could have won that game. So now I'm looking at them like they probably off some unfinished business
like they're
type
just really
shit.
tough.
And I really think the Bengals it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
I'm not saying
not
that.
Even to knock the Bengals. I just the Titans are really coming correct this game.
I hear that. I hear that. And I'm just gonna play devil's advocate and say that Cincinnati's on like a tear right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're kind of running through everybody that they've played in the last like 3-4 weeks. Who did they play last week?
Was it no, that was the KC.
Nah, last week they played the Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean the Raiders are the Raiders. They kind of backed their way into the playoffs.
Exactly. Like,
but I mean, it doesn't even like last week isn't even what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about literally like the last like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I just had to see how they was covered.
100%, 100%.
That was important.
Because the thing is, but getting that W is important for a team like that who's historically bad. They're led by a bunch of young guys who are just nice. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if they're like really leaders or what, but like, you know what I'm saying? They have talent and it showed in a playoff game. And that's important. You know what I'm saying?
And to your point though, I just feel like they playing with house money. They really have nothing to lose. Like
they really have nothing to lose.
They should already feel good. So it's kind of like, yo, there's no pressure.
They really got nothing to lose.
Great to have.
And that's why I kind of am like, I could see them taking an L. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you're in this kind of like happy to be here type of mode, you don't know which way that could go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I'm more so viewing the Titans just more so off some. They really acclimated really to the real beast of the AFC, like with the Chiefs and shit like that. So I'm like, yo, Bengals, this is the type of team you got to just square it away because it get harder.
Yeah,
it get harder. So you got to just have, but it's just you cannot sleep and from the when the games start.
Yeah. Tennessee got to be on them.
Period.
Yeah.
And then that's it. But like,
also,
just to not sleep.
Joe Burrow has showed, because like even say they go down in early, you know what I'm saying? Like Joe Burrow has showed times this year when he's been able to come from behind. 100%. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes like he plays, not to say he plays better from behind, but like he'll have like some of his best moments like in late in games. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is funny about it. Jam said, "Pass your man to Jay."
he said, "Bring you holding on to that thing." I appreciate that, dog.
Shit.
That's funny as hell.
but I'm say too, though.
Yeah.
The last thing, really, the fact that they getting Derrick Henry back, though, you definitely got to take in fact that now they get a big factor in terms of how they control the clock back.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Like that's big. Like that
now you don't have to depend on Ryan Tannehill.
Like you know Burrow on the sideline. Like keep that nigga away.
Oh
Let's just keep
yeah.
First downs.
Yeah.
And that's what we
keep him off the field.
And that I feel like that is the type of gameplay you would need. Like that's how you fight an offense. Switch your offense. Just
you think Burrow is better than Tannehill as a quarterback?
Yeah, I do. But I think just but in terms of like
Tannehill's on a better Tannehill's on a better team.
I think Burrow got a better like receiver. I think his number one is better than any receiver. I forgot what the
AJ Brown is their number one receiver.
AJ Brown
he's dumb tough. Yeah, it's hard to say Jamar Chase is better than AJ Brown after Jamar Chase is in his rookie year.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But come on, bro.
I'm
like
projection. So like at the
you
end
are
of next
projecting.
Year, it's probably gonna be. But all in all, yeah, I think the Titans are good.
And then but also, I mean, they got Julio Jones coming back, I think, this week too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, it's a lot of hunger on that team.
There is.
The coach,
Yeah,
that's Vrabel,
Vrabel.
right? Yeah. A lot of hunger on that team, bro.
100%.
It was right there last year,
Yeah.
so that's how I'm gonna take it.
This game is going to be a tough one.
Niners and Packers.
Niners and Green Bay is another
one that got
interesting
a
fucking
history. This
game.
is a game that's coming. It's starting to revisit. They done had these games.
They've had these matchups in the playoffs, and honestly,
play teams well. They match up.
That's
well.
the thing about the 49ers, bro. It's like
well.
they always are going to. I don't want to say compete like in a corny way, but like they're always gonna like give you a run for your money, dog. 100%. Like it doesn't matter. Like Green Bay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure they didn't think that they were gonna be scared their first playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a bye last week. Now they're playing a tough 49ers team. Like they could go home this week. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see and historically, Aaron Rodgers has been bad against the 49ers in the playoffs. I think he's 0-3 against them in the playoffs.
Niners getting all their players back.
Yeah.
Everybody get the right time.
Yeah, Garoppolo's coming back. I think Bosa has a chance to come back.
So you saying is you feeling
You know what I'm saying, bro? No, if I was a betting man, I'm going Packers.
Bro,
if I was a betting man, I'm going Packers just because I feel like Aaron Rodgers is on one of those tears.
This is do or die.
This is do or die.
Nigga, this is the third year y'all had a record like this, bro. Like y'all have been pretty lit.
I agree.
We've been talking all this criticism and shit like that, but it's like, the past 2 years y'all were 13-3.
Yeah.
And y'all didn't get it done. Y'all are 13. We got the extended
Aaron Rodgers
game.
Having 13-4, MVP
having a better season.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, how y'all gonna act?
Yeah,
because this is it. Like
shit, they're 8-0. They're 8-0 at home this year, which is crazy.
100%.
But again,
that'd be scary too. Because
San Francisco,
are you too on fire? Are you too on fire? Like,
bro, that's the thing. Like sometimes, like it's not to say that I think Aaron Rodgers is resting on his laurels or anything like that. It's just that sometimes you see this happen when like these teams, they're doing something, they're trending in a certain way, and then they just kind of get stunned.
And it's just
and the 49ers are the type of team to stun you, bro. Yeah. Like. I mean, look what they did to Dallas. Not to say that Dallas was nice or anything, but Dallas was favorited in that game.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either, because I look at that game and I'm like, yeah, 49ers all the way. In the same way I'm looking at this one, like, I don't know with the Packers because Packers are a better team than Dallas, but you know what I mean? 49ers are just one of those teams that they always scare you this time of the year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Packers go win by 3, go be a dog fight. Word. Okay.
Who said that?
My boy Glad. He actually said something earlier. I want to get your take because we talk about this sometimes.
Yeah.
Herbert or Burrow? Just quick. Herbert
or Burrow? Right now, give me Burrow.
Okay.
Right now, give me Burrow. I'll take Burrow over Herbert. I'll take Burrow over Josh Allen. I'll take Burrow over Josh Allen today.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think you got to give me Burrow and Chase. Give me his favorite receiver too, and then any other receivers. You know what I'm saying? You can give, but I love Burrow right now, bro. And I think in the beginning of the year I was super high on Allen because I've always been like super high on Josh Allen, but Burrow's just like I haven't seen any. I don't know if this is kind of like.
I mean, he on his vet shit, bro. He's like the true definition of this is a 4-year.
Yeah,
he might have even.
I think this is his third year, his rookie year, and then he got hurt.
Like the college, like
he
came in, it was poised. Like
he's poised,
I'm ready. Like the way he won the LSU check, like bro, it was kind of like this nigga ready, like this nigga out of here.
I think when I really was like, oh, this man is for real. Is one game, kind of like mid to early in the year, he threw 3 picks and it looked like they were about to lose, and then like in the fourth quarter threw 3 touchdowns and then they came back and won, and then they put up like 40 points on the Ravens twice this year.
That wasn't even on no Jameis shit, so like sometimes the picks were not. It
wasn't he's not. He's just he's a gunslinger, but also like he's thrown 13 touchdowns since his last interception.
He be putting that shit only where like
my guy's gonna get it. He's on the money too, but that's a good. I mean, where do you think about Herbert or Burrow?
I'll take Burrow. You can't lose.
You
can't lose though. I do feel that way. I'll just take Burrow.
I feel like I gotta see a little more from Herbert. I feel like he kind of teetered off towards the end of the year where Burrow like started to ascend more.
I feel like Herbert good. He did have a little injuries to some of his players around him, but I don't know. I feel like the Chargers also snake bitten too. It's weird, man. I feel like a lot of pressure going to be on Herbert to like rewrite that because they're literally like they just got that cursed connotation. We've seen Chargers be good.
When did Chargers? What key players got injured for real? I mean, they're the running back.
The running back.
Eckler missed a couple of games.
Then I think they wanted. I think the
Keenan Allen was pretty much there the whole year. I'm not gonna say he missed a game or two or something like that, but he was pretty much there the whole year. Mike Williams was there pretty much the whole year. Yeah,
either that or all that.
Yeah,
but I think he had a good season.
Yeah.
Fucking
yes.
That Raiders shit. Yeah,
let's get to this fucking Rams Buccaneers game.
Yeah, I mean,
your squad against, you know what I'm saying, one of the toughest. This is a tough matchup. You know what I'm saying? These are two teams that could be in the Super Bowl. Honestly, with including the Packers, these are three teams that could be in the Super Bowl. I'm like, damn, it's early in the playoffs to be getting this matchup, but it is what it is.
I got even, like, if we didn't do it, I got even the Packers beating the Rams. I think the Rams they're solid, but I think a little bit
they're just not there.
Like, I don't know, like some. I don't know.
You don't trust something.
I don't want to say when I want to say catfish. I think they need to gel.
Catfish.
Nah. I think they got everything there.
It doesn't look. It isn't what it looks like it is.
Yeah, but it's warming up too. So many weapons.
They just need a little bit more time.
And to be honest with you, I guess like on paper, you could even argue that they better after all the losses.
Bro, on paper, they should be the best team in the NFC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On paper.
Yeah. So I don't like. Hopefully, I think.
But also they
get it done. I think we get it done, but it's not gonna be easy. And
to the point about injuries and stuff like that, the Rams I feel like have gotten some injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
not Jared Goff.
No, it's Matt Stafford.
Yeah, you know. So
yeah, he's tough.
You know, and this, even though that is his first playoff win last week, you know, ever.
But he was on a terrible team for his whole career.
100%. I'm not about to knock out. What I was going to give him was about to give him some points.
He hasn't been this deep.
Yeah, even though he's like, that was his first playoff win ever. It's like, you know. I think he is number one in like fourth quarter comebacks in his career. So I'll be like, you know, has weight for something.
He's always scary.
I don't view you as a scary guy. You're not scared of the moment. You just didn't get the moment.
Yeah,
but
never got the moments.
When it come, you know what I'm saying? So,
but that's the thing. Like, you want to see how. Oh well, they played.
That's what I feel too. Like I said, Rams are frauds. Like
Rams are frauds.
I feel that
that's such a harsh.
Because the thing is, like, this season was just kind of like.
They had some games where they lost that they should have won.
You know,
they had some games that they lost that they should have won.
And to be honest,
that's going to happen in the NFL.
I ain't gonna lie.
The Buccaneers lost to the Redskins.
Stafford be throwing that shit away. Definitely needed some turnovers for sure. That's gonna be pivotal. We need to force some fumbles or get less on picks. That's definitely gonna be key to winning the game. Definitely some turnovers.
Nah, sure. I wouldn't go as far as to say that the Rams are frauds, bro. I would say closer to what you said. I feel it though. I feel the sentiment, but closer to what you said is like. They're kind of catfishy. We don't know what we're looking at. We know what we're looking at, but sometimes we don't.
Odell knew, Matt still.
Odell knew, but I mean, Matt and Cooper, like Matt gave Cooper Cup a record-breaking year, like Cooper Cup. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Cooper Cup is trash, but like he's not Megatron. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere close, and he's not even like physically one of the best receivers in the league, or one of the like most. Where you look at, he's like the most talented in the league, and he gave him that kind. And I say gave him that because Matt Stafford is really that kind of gunslinger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'll have to say that.
And then you add, but you lose Robert Woods, and then you add a nigga like OBJ. You know what I'm saying? And then they get Cam Akers back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give Cooper some credit though. He definitely be. You know what I'm saying? Like. Niggas tough.
I don't know. He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's one of the best. He's probably one of the best route runners.
You know
what I'm saying?
He one of the best.
And when he does get like he does a lot after the catch too. Yeah, he does a lot after the catch. I'm not gonna say he's like not good, but like he's Cooper Cup, bro. Like give him another quarterback. He's not gonna have no record breaking year. Like what are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy. The past 2 record breaking years, man, stuff
he was responsible for. Yeah. And that's really that's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? The Rams. The Rams are, I think they're a threat, but you just can never go against Tom Brady, bro. Like, you literally, we're 15, 18 years of this. Like, I know better than to say any team on this list right here is gonna beat the Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying?
43 years old.
Yeah.
Another 43 piece for the season.
That's what I'm saying.
Touchdowns.
He threw 43.
Very poetic. There it is, right there.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, that is crazy.
43-year-old,
bro.
5,300 yards. You know, nothing. Just little
motherfucker gets better. It's crazy. Like the motherfucker gets better, bro.
Right, so like that's what I'm not.
And that's why I'm like I wouldn't dare say that even though the Rams are nice, because the Rams dogged the Cardinals last week. Like dogged them. You know what I'm saying? Like that game was over at like halftime.
Cardinals should do, but they showed who they were.
But also like they're dealing with injuries too. I don't think D Hop was there. He wasn't there, right?
He didn't play the playoff.
He hasn't played in the last like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think he's done. I think he was done for the year a couple weeks ago. But and he's a big part of what they do. He's one player, but he's like humongous. You know what I'm saying? He's probably like the most pivotal player to have gone. That's crazy. But yeah, let's get to the Bills Chiefs. That's also another intriguing game. I feel like this is kind of becoming a playoff rivalry kind of vibe, bro. I feel like the Bills and the Chiefs are always playing each other.
It ain't no rivalry until the Bills get a dub.
Well, yeah.
Until they get a dub,
Josh Allen has to get over that hump.
They gotta make them niggas feel it too.
Yeah.
So then the Chiefs come back. You know, like it ain't no rivalry. Chiefs are like fuck y'all niggas. Like it ain't no rivalry.
All right, little bro, give me my ball and go home.
You feel me? Until they win, it ain't. But I know what it is an intriguing matchup. And a lot of people like to peg the quarterbacks, even though Mahomes is definitely
Mahomes is clear cut about
the. He's better. No, he's better than Josh Allen. But I'm saying it's not like we're not talking worlds and like Josh Allen's trajectory is going to be a fucking elite and a peer. So like a peer of it's not going to be.
Where do you think he is on that track right now?
I think
I feel like Josh Allen. I think he kind of. I feel like Josh Allen is fulfilling his potential. You know what I'm saying? He's like
he is
there.
But Mahomes is otherworldly. I'm not gonna say over Brady is just goated.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Brady.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You gotta just be like, yo, bro, I'm not talking about that.
I'm not talking about you, bro.
I'm not talking about that
you know what I'm saying?
nah, Mahomes is literally, and now Rodgers is trying to be like, y'all niggas trying to sleep like I'm not really that dude. But like Mahomes is literally like, bruh,
Wait, you wouldn't take Aaron Rodgers out of the conversation too?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would too.
Yeah, I would take him out of the conversation.
But
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, I would just put over there.
Yeah, but after that,
start talking about all the quarterbacks.
But after that, Mahomes is literally like
top,
bro. And it's like it's result driven too. We can talk numbers, or we could talk results. What else?
Super Bowls. He has how many?
I have one Super Bowl, and I went to.
But he went to two.
And I went to three. Now he's been to a total of 2 Not.
He went to three.
No, he went to 2 AFC. Yeah, it was 2 Super Bowls, 2 AFC championships. Already got a Super Bowl. Already got an MVP. Already broke the record for passing touchdowns in the season. What? 25?
25.
Come on, it's like this is the thing though. This is what it. The crazy thing.
You have to stay on that
because he breaks them standards. We can't. We still have to acknowledge when people do crazy shit because you're not breaking. Nigga, that's still crazy. What you did, like Lamar Jackson. That's why he got the MVP. Like, bro, that's crazy. That's not that season. But this season, we've never seen this.
Yeah.
And even Josh Allen, too. It's like, that nigga can run out the pocket. Like, the passing, I know. But I'm like, yo, bro, did he really be getting rush yards? Like, really be, leading the
Josh
team
Allen,
Like, so, he
could get, 70 yards. He can get, 70 yards rushing in the game.
In his own class. I give it to him. That Mahomes is different. I've never seen that shit.
I want to see Josh Allen knock off.
This is so.
I want to see that.
These are moments. These are to your point. It's like
because I'm tired of the. Don't get me wrong. I respect Pat Mahomes, but I'm kind of tired of he's in a different world from the other quarterbacks in his draft, not his draft class, but in his tier. I feel like a lot of these other motherfuckers be balling, bro. Yeah, but he be having moments, but he had a lot of moments this year where he looked super regular. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna it's gonna happen.
But the thing though, everybody's already looked regular to me. Everybody. This is the first time though.
It's the first time you seen Pat Mahomes look regular.
Yeah, it is, bro. This season I was like, word, okay. People kind of calibrated to y'all, kind of getting it. Yeah. You can't be taking all these risks and doing off the fly anymore. Yeah. People know what's up with that.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to mature as a quarterback, and I think that's even more scary. I think Patrick next year, I'm like, damn, this was a learning curve, like a motherfucker of the year. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of closed the gap in terms of teams as opposed to the quarterback. It's like, yo, bro, Mahomes ain't about to win you this game now. I hope everybody else is doing it.
And that's why you have a nigga like Andy Reid.
That kind of set the tone. Even last Super Bowl, the offensive line you've seen. No line, bro. You're losing this game. And then it kind of trickled in a little bit too.
But that's to me why I feel like Pat Mahomes is in an amazing situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's it kind of gets amplified. Don't get me wrong, he's talented, but his talent gets amplified, and we start to say he's in an otherworldly class because he's also in an amazing situation, bro. He's playing for one of the greatest offensive minds. He's playing on a great team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's leading that great team, and he's the leader of that team. But you know what I'm saying? People like Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, these guys are playing on teams that have been historically bad. You know what I'm saying? And playing for guys that are kind of new to this, you know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing. I'm more so just, can't hold the situation that, you get into for good or bad, but I'm more so just talking to the fact that just how you hit the pavement and just how you hit it running. Just, you know what I'm saying? You had to sit, watch Alex Smith do his thing. You came in here first year. Wow. Wow, does 56 touchdowns. Like, bro, what's going on?
I hear that. And that was another thing. That was another thing that's like to his benefit. He came in and was able to watch. I've been very vocal about how I hate when quarterbacks get put in the situation where they gotta start right away because the team is so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that only makes the quarterback worse.
To your point. So like my boy Glad said, he said, pat a dog, but I want to see if he could perform on a team like the Jags. He got the best offense since stepping in. So,
you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't condemn him to the Jags because I feel like that'll ruin anybody's career. You know what I'm saying? But like put him on a like a regular team, you know what I'm saying, like a mid-level team, one of these middle of the pack teams, and see what he does. But let's take a little commercial break. We gonna come back.
Web3 shit, yo.
Big facts.
Dating is a never-ending topic, and everyone does it, whether you're single, married, you dated to get there. And we are allowing everybody the opportunity to say whatever they have to say.
That mic real hot right now.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Which one of your homies is off limits at that point?
My parents did not come to this country from Nigeria to suffer. So, when you are coming to me, come correct. Bring emotional intelligence. Bring sense. Bring money. Okay.
Every man know in here, once you give her that, it's over. That conversation is dead. You getting the keys to the crib, keys to the car, and she buying your shit.
Make sure my vocals right. Make sure the beat right. Welcome to the 5th show.
Time to cuff.
Powered by ItsNation TV.
My God, no!
ItsNation TV.
That's why I try to get in line.
Play, execute, have fun, dub.
I can do a lot more than what I think I can.
Yeah, y'all. So
we back.
We're just talking, y'all, about these Twitter, now enabling you to have your NFT as an avatar and shit like that, and have it verified, so you can verify, like,
to know it's yours.
It's yours in your wallet type thing. It is interesting, the one pro for myself to it when I think something like that, I'm just like, you see how mainstream NFTs are going, so they're just becoming a more part of everyday society, and people that haven't necessarily heard about it are now going to hear about it. Yeah. So that's always cool, giving more validity to the space type thing, so that's cool. But at the same time too, I was like, I find it funny because I'm just more so, I'm like, I was like, what was the reason of this? Like, was there a call for this? Did we, like, I always wonder the why to things and shit like that. And to your point, Larko, it's like, like you put your, it's and it's so funny because not even to be hypocritical, but it's like, a lot of actions and a lot of things that we do, we already like dox ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And people want to look into whatever the fuck it is. You've already put out a lot of shit for people to do that. Like I have Brook.eth in my profiles. Like you can literally search that and see what the fuck is in my wallet. So I understand that, but I find like Twitter putting their stake in it. It's funny because people are not even aware that Twitter also has Twitter Blue. So this is actually
what's that?
Yeah. So
I don't know what that is.
Word. So it's actually Twitter's paid platform. You can pay $2.99 for Twitter, an upgraded Twitter with other features and things like that to use and shit. And it was funny because,
literally never heard of that. When did that come out?
You could, check it out. I would love to just check it out on your phone and just.
When did that come? When did this come out?
So probably, I think they wrote it about 2-3 months ago.
Okay. Recently.
And maybe even longer. But have you seen you can actually get tips? Have you seen that? You can get tips on Twitter. You can monetize Twitter, charge for rooms now and everything. Yeah. So yeah, so I think they're trying to enter into this digital asset landscape
Connect your crypto wallet and say your NFT as your profile photo.
And I'm just like, I kind of felt
upload longer videos, pinned conversations,
okay, DMs and shit. So I'm like, it was funny though because I was like, oh, okay, you got the ability to put NFT. I was like, it was so funny because I was like, all right, let me see how this goes. I was just proceeding. I was like,
they added the they added the typo, forgot to tag someone, give yourself time to preview and make changes to your tweet before it goes live. I thought they were going to say like the edit tweet. That's one of the things that people have been asking for. People would pay $2.99 a month for Twitter if you could edit your tweet.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, y'all just put in some new things. Y'all trying to do some things for your own.
They're literally like, no, you will live by your mistakes. Like, no, we're teaching you a lesson. But I hear that. But
it's like so fucking and it was funny because when it's like when you wanted to do that option, it's like, oh, if you wanted to change the NFT to option, I'm like, oh yeah, get the Twitter blue. I was like, hey yo, y'all funny as shit. Y'all $2.99. I was like, I'm good. Like,
I think I will live. I think I will live and die by my mistakes.
I was like, yeah, bro, and I was like, yeah, I've been using this platform for 10 years. You know, y'all got to show and prove. I don't know why the fuck I would pay $2.99 just to put because literally
the same thing.
Because I was like. Yeah, like y'all about to try to use this NFT space to onboard people that are actually using the actual Twitter. Because I was like, I don't know who's biting on that. I was like, oh, my man T, she said that, yo, that was an easy $1 million in subscriptions for them off top. Like for NFT people, they're like, yo, let me just do that shit. I was like, yeah, no bullshit. Like easy little flip, just introducing that shit.
Yeah, but I think a lot of social medias are continuing to like roll out NFT features. And that kind of makes me there was a conversation I was listening to in Twitter Spaces maybe a couple weeks ago where people were talking about like, yo, we're not trying. There was an argument about like whether and how the Web 2 and Web 3 worlds like kind of like come together.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And like merge. And it's like, okay, well, if that happens, then we're kind of just making Web 2 or like we're making like Web 2.5. We're kind of like Web 3 would then be taking a step backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But also it's like, who decides where like Web 3 goes? It's like an internet. You know what I'm saying?
Web 4 right there.
Really? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
is that a thing?
So you know what Web 4 is, right?
No.
Crazy,
bro.
Right? Yeah, like bro, you're like, bro,
No.
I just said this year is when I'm gonna dive into Web 3.
Let's
you
go.
telling me this Web? So just like and it's not even no crazy.
Diggs BT Dub, what's good, bro? What it do?
It's more so fucking what was you just saying?
What you're telling me about Web 4?
Web 4. That's more so like an AR type reality.
I thought that's what it was.
Exactly. So people will be able to, you know what I'm saying? You're able to see people's actual digital assets in the actual physical in
a physical space.
Exactly, due to the actual tech that we have ourselves. Like if we have AR glasses, or now you have like the Oculuses and things like that. Like somebody,
Ray-Bans just made a little joint that you can like take pictures with in video.
You can have a hoodie that has like AR tech to it. So like it looks.
So when you put the glasses on, you have it on.
But when I look at the shit, I'm literally looking like you have an IG filter on you. On like how I put on my phone.
And your clothes.
You're real loud rocking. I'm like, yo, bro, that's tight as shit.
Yeah. I like your fit, bro.
Yeah, I like your fit, and then you're like, oh, like you know what I'm saying, like because nobody knows.
Only you can see it.
And it's so crazy. It's so, and even in niggas' cribs and shit, like it might not even be like, oh, bro, that's cool shit. Like, shit like that type of existence, and like just more so of commerce, and just more so like metaverse commerce through the metaverse and things like that. Niggas literally going to the metaverse to get things to enjoy it, like. Trippy shit, bro. Trippy.
But so Instagram also, so like we just talked about Twitter, but Instagram kind of they're doing something similar. They're basically, what did they say? They're doing like they're allowing you to, they're about to roll out a way to create, sell, post NFTs like directly on the platform. And I guess that kind of like leads to the thing of what we're talking about in the sense of like, okay, like we're really kind of merged. Like if motherfuckers, if Instagram turns into an NFT marketplace, then what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're gonna pay like Walmart, Instagram.
Walmart's doing their NFT marketplace. NFT is about to, Walmart is about to make an NFT marketplace. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck?
See,
Like,
I don't know. Like,
bro, like what the fuck?
I mean, hey, if they can alleviate the gas fee problem, if
Bro.
they can alleviate the like transactional, like,
I don't think these businesses.
no, I don't think they will
like,
either.
I don't think they're going on. No, I don't think they're going on maybe Ethereum per se. If they're going to be forming whole marketplaces.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I think people also need to be really aware to these other cryptos too.
Huh?
I do not like. That's not feasible. People
Well,
dealing with gas fees and shit like that. Walmart,
yeah.
You think about who Walmart's even catered to.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're going to be on Solana or
Yeah.
Tezos. They're going to be
Yeah.
on something like that. And they're like, bet, like we're on the blockchain.
Ooh.
And they'll probably even be able to convert it to ETH if that's what they want to do on their
Mhm.
back end. But they
Mhm.
don't. And they'll probably have ETH bridges. Like, if you want to, like, that's nothing for a fucking business like Walmart to establish. They'll
Yeah.
probably be like, yo, you can interact through multiple chains. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Which would be good. That,
yeah,
I
for
hope
sure.
they do that.
For
Like,
sure. But
that sounds
but-
amazing.
But sometimes like people will just stick to a chain and just be like, yo, this just services us type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's definitely what's gonna happen because you think there's just you have to think about if you service in all different types of demographics, you got to meet people where they at, and that's going to be the case with a lot of things.
Yeah, so okay, I see it now. Facebook and Instagram working to allow users to create, display, and sell NFTs.
Crazy.
So, yeah, I mean, okay, Coinbase announces partnership with MasterCard. All right, but I'm not.
Credit.
Did you
man,
also
like that
did you also hear that
credit.
Microsoft bought Activision?
Did
you hear about that?
That's a crazy play.
They were somebody. I saw that on
Twitter.
Twitter. Somebody was like, "Okay, just merge the sex scandals because Microsoft was going through a sex scandal. I think Activision is going through a sex scandal right now." So I was like, "Okay, let's just merge them together."
I mean, you can't act like shit like that. Don't be little factors.
Yeah, right.
Too, though.
Yeah, 100%. They were probably like,
But
"Oh, like they're."
it is a play.
Yeah, it is
That
a play
That
because they're
was a
probably
major play.
undervalued right now.
They're gonna bring them up to speed. Crazy.
Yeah.
Everything is better. Like this is literally even for them, right? Even for the major players, it's kind of like even if they were behind the gap or fucking up or anything, like these new tech is kind of like resetting even their playing field with their competitors and shit like that. Like bet, like it's not even about first to market. It's like, yo, let's make this shit lit. Like
Facts.
There's another joint too, like Minecraft. There's a Solana project that's being built and it's literally being built to be interoperable on Minecraft. And I was like, so there you go, other chains out. I'm like, dog, Minecraft has a whole, you know what I'm saying, community.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it does.
You know,
that's crazy. But we talked about some marketplaces and all that type of stuff, but I want to get into like some projects, NFT projects. You know what I'm saying? If there's a couple that interest me, but I want to know if there's any that like interest you right now.
Yeah, for sure. This is alpha, y'all. Pay attention. I'll just talk about things I got in my wallet for sure. You know,
okay.
I fuck with Bad Bunnies. You know, I call it, you know, medium risk play. Got a good team, solid team, a lot of volume traded. That's one thing. So, you know, there's like a little rubric that you should follow when you're evaluating the NFTs. I feel you should check check the community, check how many people are engaging with the actual project, how much the dialogue is actually continued, like off of actual spaces where that is the actual topic at hand. Are people making derivative art, things like that? That's one. That's like one check mark off the rubric. Then being able to dive into the actual team, you know, with any investment, you actually want to do your due diligence to see who's actually involved within the project. Sometimes that gets a little bit murky within this space because anonymity is not necessarily a bad thing, but it does make it harder for like a speculative investor to want to, you know, like, yo, I usually research the whole team and
I can't find you.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I found you, but you're a fucking avatar. And I don't know who the fuck you are, man. Like, but you are the founder. It is you.
Even in your pictures, it's an avatar over your head.
Scrolling, there's no, you know, I don't know what the fuck. I just have to go off, you know, your merits or now. And this is the thing too. This actually has validity, and this is very interesting what blockchain technology enable is like how your reputation has somewhat of merit, right? Like, and I think that's what a lot of shit actually rides on in the NFT space. A lot of this shit is actually reputation, how you've built yourself in this space. Because a lot of people aren't doxxed. And like for people that dox is just basically mean like a lot of people don't have their fucking identity out, but have established a trustworthiness for themselves because they've, you know what I'm saying? They talked to spaces, showed up, supported with their dollar, things like that. But so you want to vouch, you want to go ahead and check the teams and see if you can, evaluate their business acumen. And a lot of projects actually are docs. There's a lot of teams where actually you can see exactly who are behind the project. One example, Bored Ape Yacht Club. You don't know who's behind that. You know what I'm saying? But are you going to doubt whether they're successful or not? You're not. But when it actually comes to other NFT projects, just because people are actually docs and you actually know the whole team doesn't even necessarily mean that actually wins. But it will make you maybe feel a little bit more comfortable in terms of the research you're doing for the project. And then lastly, how they're going about marketing, right? So is it organic marketing, or is it more so like they're gaming their system? It look like they have a high Twitter account. Is it organic or is it fake? It's real easy to actually tell. Like you could just literally see how many people are engaging on their posts. And you could there's a lot of bots, there's a lot of deep fakes, and then there's a lot of easy ways to tell. It's like, oh yeah, this is actually real traction. Same thing with the Discord. You'll see high numbers in the Discord, but it'll be like five fucking niggas is talking, and you're like, dog. She says 30,000 people in the Discord. Why the fuck is it 5 people just talking? You know what I'm saying? Then when you go to organic joints, by the fucking 5 seconds,
yeah,
it's boom, 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 any time of day, because they're doing their job globally. Because this is what NFTs enable you to do to appeal to a global market. So them joints be on. So community, business acumen, and how they're going about their marketing, and from there. So that's why I fuck with a project like the Bad Bunnies. But we'll see what's up. A project that's a little bit more utility, people should look into Rug Radio, and the Genesis Pass and Rug Radio membership pass. It's more so of a utility type of NFT, and what I mean by utility is just more so the access that it'll actually give if you have the NFT in your possession. So that's cool. And
what is it? What does it give? Do you know?
So this is how it was basically established. The reason why I even bought into the projects, because Rug Radio has been like a Twitter space little radio show since about July. So 8-9 months it's been running. Another reason is because a lot of whales in the space, and for people that don't familiar with the term whales, is just people that have a lot of ETH or have came up big in the space, and can back things really heavily with a dollar. It's their project, and it's also the project of people that are real reputable within the space. So myself, how I look at that is okay, these are the type of individuals that would love to rave about how much bread they actually made up for you on the secondary, and they put too much skin in the game to actually hit rugs. They're actually building their whole brands. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been able to recreate personas and whole brands, or just make shifts just because of NFT. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. There's nobody to tell you can't be that, especially when you have a community that's just receiving you, So I bought into that type of project, and that's just going to give you access to in real life events, merch, other whitelist NFT drops, things of that nature. So I bought it. And that's doing well right now.
Yeah.
Also, worldwide Webland, metaverse shit. You know what I'm saying? Decentraland and Sandbox, that's priced out for a lot of individuals right now. I'd say the floor price for some of those metaverse parcels would go 13, 14K. So that's not really feasible for anybody, for not everybody. But worldwide Webland, it's a little bit under. I'd say the floor price for something like that is about $3,200. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, really big on that. Again, even when people don't understand the significance of parcels of real estate in the metaverse, sometimes what people have to realize, what you can actually do with that too, is if you actually own a parcel in the metaverse, and maybe you're looking to sell it, but nobody's actually biting and trying to actually buy it off of you. Sometimes people will actually, developers will be like, yo, can I build on your parcel? And now you can actually get into a situation where you can lease your actual digital real estate because you want to build something on it. So now it's because I think you always got to try to be open to the passive revenue plays within this shit, because there's a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of roles and things like that you can actually outsource, and you can just learn by way of okay, but you know what I'm saying? Why sell this shit? Especially when, you know what I'm saying, you get a feel. It's yo, you're trying to do a lot of shit, and I'm actually trying to, you know what I'm saying? Let me just stick around. Why not?
Yeah.
Let me help that. So worldwide Webland is also cool. Another project that I fuck with, Smiles. Smiles is really tough. Maybe some of you guys are aware. By a guy by the name of Wahid. He had a booth at Complex Con. He actually did the cover to Pooh Shiesty's mixtape. I forgot what the joint was covered, but it's this little claymation type figures. But he blowing up, you know what I'm saying? Smiles, it was fluctuating. You could have bought that joint for about like $800 like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And now, in the past 2-3 weeks, they got the Coinbase partnership. So they're going to be one of the premier joints. I don't know if you guys know, but Coinbase NFT marketplace is coming. So they got the partnership with the NFT marketplace. They got a fucking collaboration with the Hundreds dropping. Him and Ben Hundreds just dropped a little teaser commercial yesterday. And now their shit is sitting, I think, like at 1.1. You know what I'm saying? And that's just about to go up. That's going to go up. Art's great. But yeah, there's also a lot of other projects, y'all. But a lot of this shit is speculative as hell. And how I go about it, because some people just tuned in. Again, my little rubric. You check out the marketing's like. You check the business acumen of the team, and then you also check how the community is. How they engage in. But after that, you can check the activity log, on wherever they selling, check the volume, check how much Ethereum's actually went into the project, check, how often it's being traded and things like that. But it's all speculative. And sometimes like the cost of entry of this shit, it's not cheap. No. It's not cheap. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it seems more often than not, you actually got to put, you got to put some skin in the game to actually get something worth back, because you could buy something like, oh, this is a good price, but it's turned to shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not really, it's not really worth nothing. Happens. And now you buying that, and then you also paying a gas fee, and you're just sitting on something. But the thing is, be very clear why you buying things, because at the end of the day, a majority of people is entering this space because they want to make money, straight up. But you also have people too that you can make use of this shit regardless. Like myself, like if NFT not gonna sell, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and make it into a gallery of mine, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna further engage with that community, and I'm gonna get them tapped into whatever the fuck we got going on, and I'm gonna go ahead and leverage that base and just use it. So I'm like, you know what? No matter what, we gonna win. We gonna get something. You're
gonna find a way to monetize that NFT.
100%. Like that's my whole goal with it, and that's how people, I feel like that's how people should think of it. But I also want to mention too, people also have to be very aware that there's a lot of manipulation that goes into this space as well. A lot of manipulation goes into this space. And what I mean by that is, like, some projects, and this is not, what I'm about to say now is not manipulation in itself, but you got to know a lot of
I'm not manipulating you right now. Right.
Nah, like with a lot of projects, I feel a project has a better chance to sustain the market when the team is actually coming with a bankroll in it. And what I mean by that is they can maintain a floor price. So let's say it drops at a certain mint price. This is the mint price. It drops at like 0.05 or whatever the fuck. Boom. They drive the hype up for it. Everybody buying it. It's riding up. Let's say it rides up to like 0.2 or whatever, but then it settles down, gets to like 0.1. Like, there's going to be people that are involved within this team that are like, we're not letting it go under 0.1. So no matter what, anything that's listed under 0.1 this soon after the mint, buy it, no matter what, just to show that shit is not dropping. And then you have your speculative buyers watching the activity sheet. They're like, oh, okay, buy it up. Keep it going. You got to keep the hype going. Same thing with the Bored Ape. How the Bored Ape goes about it, because like, when I told you like many times, a lot of these people will buy a Bored Ape. A lot of people getting paid to take a Bored Ape. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, marketing budgets.
I just saw like Neymar bought a Bored Ape.
Marketing budgets are huge. People don't even, marketing budgets go into millions. These Bored Apes right now are netted like for 300, 400K. That is a marketing play in itself to get that. So it's like a lot of people even just giving these shits as gifts. And what that does is that opens that whole world of NFT to their demographic. And now they're like, yo, NFTs. Yeah. And now you're like, oh, people are buying the NFTs. Yeah. Oh, buy. 100%. And then it rides up, but then everything always, fluctuates, calms down. But the projects that really got shit on the line and ain't letting shit like fuck up, they're maintaining it, and it gets higher. So that's what you gotta have that bank. The shit get higher, but you're like, we're gonna maintain this price, and nobody's about to trick us out this price. And this is how we drive this shit up. And sometimes people do that real nefarious.
I had an NFT that happened to where I just priced it at what the average was, right? And then like literally right before I was going to DR, I saw that it was bought, and then I went into like the activity
or the Wisby,
not the Wisby, the Faces.
So you saw Faces there?
Yeah, for 7.
Nice.
But I priced it at 7 like maybe 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
What's it going now?
I don't know, but everything that was in that $700 range was bought by Blau. Yeah,
Exactly.
all of them. Because I was like, who bought this? You know what I'm saying? Because like the price was not even at 7 when I put it at 7. It was at like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, oh, okay. And then as soon as that happened, I remember you told me that like in a conversation, like probably a couple days before, because yeah, like I just looked at the activity of the joint itself because I was like, oh, like if somebody bought this for this, like what is it going for? And then I saw like all the joints that were anything that was like under $700 or like $750 or something like that was just bought up.
And you gotta watch out for the bots too. Like I'll tell you exactly how they do it. Like you'll have a bot buying up mad projects. You'll look at the activity tab. You're like, dog, this one account has literally bought up this one project probably fucking 40 times in the past 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What's going on? You'll click the account, you'll go into the actual account, and there won't be too many. None of the NFTs they just bought are even showing. And they're like, oh, so it's in their hidden. So you're like, okay, so they're moving it to their hidden. Go to the activity. Go to activity. You're like, oh, they didn't just buy these 40 projects. They didn't just buy this 40 of this NFC in the past 2 minutes. They just bought 200 NFTs in the past minute.
Yeah, facts.
And you like, it's all coming from this one joint. It's like, okay, so a lot of times prices be getting held at one joint, and people don't know that floors be real strong at one thing. And the floors be real strong because as soon as that shit ride up, it's like, people are trying to get this big come up off they 1 or 2 NFTs. Somebody literally like, yo, bro, I got 100. I'm about to off all of these. That's the come up. Like, and
how would one do that?
Because all you have.
How would you have 100 of the same NFT?
No. Like if it's out of 10K, I'm gonna buy 100. It's a 10. It's a run of 10,000 of them, and I'm buying 100 off the floor. I'm buying 100 of the cheapest ones. Now let's say this and that.
Oh, and that's kind of like having
that
stocks
entices
or something.
people. Yeah,
like,
that entices people to buy the activity.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, this is a lot of fucking buys, especially if you're not looking for who it's from. You're like, damn, a lot of fucking buys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
That shit can literally double up. People be wanting grand slams.
And
it
then
can literally go
you
from
sell them,
0.1.
And then once they go to
it can go from 0.1 to 0.2. I have 100 of them.
Yeah.
I could off that. That's boom.
But I don't. It's crazy because I don't look at NFTs as the same way as like offering them as easily as like maybe offering cryptocurrency itself or stocks. You know what I'm saying? It's like remember, you have to actually like somebody actually has to want that NFT and buy that NFT. But
this is the thing, and again, I was playing in terms of like the actual jump because it'd be this is the thing. It'd be like this, and remember it's a bot. So I'm saying like people do it too, but I'm like at that type of scale, it's a bot. So like if something runs up from like 0.05 and this shit go to 1 ETH, whoever is in control of that bot does not give a fuck about that floor being 1 ETH. I'll sell this shit for 0.5. I'm up like all of it 0.5. Do you know what the people they're gonna be like? The floor was just 1 ETH. Buy that shit at 0.5. And now you see all these 0.5. You're gonna buy. The floor 10 minutes ago. You're gonna be like thinking it's a deal. No scam happened. No nothing. Damn. Now people are clearing the floor up. Whole time the bot was able to get in at the mint price. I'm up 0.45 on each one.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I'm up 45 ETH.
Yeah.
That's a 45 ETH play.
I hear that.
Fuck your little, let it go. I gotta, we're going.
You gotta get it at its highest points because you have one of them or you have two of them.
Exactly. And then boom, fuck a floor. We reset the floor. That's why prices be going up. Oh, they went, damn.
Fucking Yetis.
What happened? You see the Yetis?
You did. But by the time I got back, it went down. But it went back. It went back to like 0.1 again.
Okay. Yeah.
Like yesterday or 2 days ago, I checked.
I think it got up to like 0.2. I was like,
oh, really? Bro. I saw it at like 0.1 something, 0.15 or something like that. 0.14.
Yeah.
But no, because I was like, oh, let me get this shit off once I get back once I get back here, because I just couldn't do it out there. But and then by the time I got back here, it was like back down to like 0.08, which is better than what it's been. You know what I'm saying? Then the other day I saw it was like back at 0.1 or something like that. But that's cool, man. A lot of dope projects out there in the works. Think we could go ahead and wrap this one up. It's been a lovely show, a good week back. And we'll probably be back we'll definitely be back next week, but I'm sure with more NFT projects, more there's going to be a lot of developments in the NFL this weekend. So yeah, man, we're gonna be back next week. Everybody have a great weekend. Everybody that tuned in, whether it's on Instagram Live, YouTube, we had some people on Twitch hollering at us in the comments. Yeah, man, everybody appreciate you, John J. Baspy, our DJ, for the mix this morning.
Shout out
and Danielle, thank you for your help as always. And Alex has a birthday. Like I said, happy birthday to you.
B-Day.
And everybody have a great weekend. I'm looking for the fucking clip. Okay, everybody have a great weekend. Let's get up out of here.
Early.